Steven Crowder versus the Daily Wire. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys are into the conservative space. I dabble in it here and there. I like my politics nuance, so I'll check in a TYT here, Daily Wire there. I'm really, I was really a big fan of Ben and Jordan Peterson. By the way, this is Ladat. I should have started with this. This is Ladat. Like, subscribe, share this stuff. If there's people like you that might like this content, you gotta get it out there for them. We're trying to grow. We're trying to hit a thousand subs by the end of this year. So we gotta get the train going. All right. So Andrew Clavin has come out with scathing remarks in regards to Daily Wire and their business practices, essentially stating that they are slaves for the tech companies. He backs this up by showing receipts, also recordings from Jeremy from the Daily Wire, talking about how if these big tech companies like YouTube were to censor him, then they would pay him less. Jeremy then asked, "Well, is this for everyone involved?" Jeremy says yes. Now, for the Daily Wire, for the Daily Wire folks, I kind of understand where they're coming from because they're predicting the revenue stream from these big tech sites like YouTube and whatnot. They're calculating that when they're deciding to pay for someone to do an episode or whatnot of their show. So I understand why they're so apprehensive on the idea of someone getting canceled, let's say, as an example. But on Steve Crowder's side, he's saying that, well, basically, I've been canceled for like a year already, and I'm still doing crazy numbers. You should change your business model. You should make your business model more friendly to younger people because this conservative movement is something that needs to go on for months and years into the future. He wants to be replaced, and it seems as if the Daily Wire's business plan would not allow for this to happen. It sounds like, well, it sounds more like they account for fame, especially when you hear the audio clips from Steven's video, and they also underballed him. But he obviously made the claim that he's not really worried about the amount of money because he has money. But the Daily Wire guys really wanted to make this about money. I'm gonna separate this a little bit better. Let's look at this. Let's bring up the points that Jeremy made. Jeremy made point one. This was not a contract. I've been seeing a lot of videos from the quartering from a lot of guys that this was not the contract they wanted to really go with when they spoke to Steven. They was hoping for more of after this to start negotiating with Steven. So I believe from their side they believe that this was disingenuous with the fact that how the contract was being portrayed. Like it wasn't really a serious thing in the first place. And they predicted that the number was going to be higher than 50 million in the first place. So that was one of the few things that Jeremy did bring, which I think is a good point. Also, something else that Jeremy brought up was the fact that there's a big risk when you're spending this kind of money. The quartering made a good point. When you count the amount of subscribers to the Mug Club, if Steven brings that amount of people to the platform that you're going to be then monetizing from, you're going to make all that money back immediately. So you're essentially going to make the $12 million you're going to be paying him per year virtually instant before he even starts making any of his content. And then by the end of it, you might be 3x in the money, the 3x in the investment that you initially made. Which, if you're a business, that's what you're trying to do in the first place. You're trying to maximize your gains and lose the least amount of money that you could, right? It's deal making. On Crowder's side, it seems to be a lot more personal. Crowder wants people to come around, get their fame, stay famous, and continue to move the movement forward in the first place. He wants a replacement. He doesn't want to be, I mean, he's Steven Crowder, but he doesn't want to be the Steven Crowder that he is now forever. I guess he's not really interested in becoming the Rush Limbaugh of conservatism, which I understand. After doing it for so many years, it gets tiring. I'm new to the content game. I can only imagine the stress and the amount of time and effort taken to create the amount of content that he's created. So Steven wants to leave a legacy, and he also wants to bring up newer people with the bigcon.com, whatever website. It seems like it's gonna happen. Like it seems like him going to Daily Wire is not gonna happen at all. This is a black eye in the Daily Wire crew, and it's going to be interesting to see how this works out, because I mean, business sometimes always skews into the personal. Steven also said to himself that he likes a lot of the guys there. Andrew, Ben, Jordan. I mean, who doesn't love Jordan? Everyone loves Jordan. And yeah, man, it really does suck, because obviously, if you calculate all the people over there at Daily Wire, they're bigger than Steven, but Steven is the biggest, the biggest personality there is in conservatism. His videos go massively viral. Also, when he does live streams, on the last election, he had 500,000 people watching him live. And this is after essentially getting canceled on a streaming site that's not even that popular. He was on Rumble, and he got those kind of numbers. So it's really, really painful to see this fracture happen within conservative media, because everyone always backed each other for the most part. You'd see Ben on Steven's show, Steven on Ben's show, on a lot of the backstage things that was going on. And now it seems that is not very likely to happen anymore, which is unfortunate. Steven will also be on the Timcast on Monday, so look out for that. You guys let me know what you think. I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. I try to stretch these out 10 minutes, but it's not gonna be 10 minutes today, ladies and germs. This is that. My name is Sam, GQ Sam. You can find me on all socials. Like, subscribe, share the content, and peace out. We love you guys. I appreciate your support.